Hey, Joe Zarzaur here with another segment of Zarzaur Law TV. Today we're going to talk about a grim, heartbreaking type tragedy that occurs every so often. We do have the benefit of helping pick the pieces up for families after this happens, but the subject is accidental child drownings. And when that happens, obviously, most of the time it happens in a residential pool. And Florida obviously is a state that has many tourists, and many people come from various places in the country. A lot of the tourists in Florida are families. Many of the families have young children that visit here, and many of them are from places that are not accustomed to residential pools. There's not every climate is not like ours, right? And so all the states pretty much above, I would say, Tennessee would have a lot of cold weather during the year, and probably a pool is more trouble than it's worth a lot of times. So many families don't have access to a pool, and their kids aren't exposed to pools, so they're not acquainted with the safety issues surrounding pools. Swimming is not as big of a priority for people that are from places that don't come in contact with water as much as we do. So they come on vacation here and they end up in a house many times, whether it be through a real estate agent or Airbnb or VRBO, whatever the source may be. They end up in a residential rental where there's a pool. Many years ago, Florida's legislature understood the danger associated with this, and they passed Florida's Residential Pool Safety Act. And it's good they did, because at the time, child drownings were one of the leading causes of children dying. And so the legislature in Florida decided they needed to do something, and they needed to do something drastic. So they passed this Residential Pool Safety Act, and it basically requires that no matter what the situation is, whether it be a single-family home with a pool or a single-family home that is used for rental purposes, whatever it is, if it's a residential pool, it has to comply with the statute. And the statute lays out, first, there has to be a barrier around the pool. I think everybody knows that. And if the barrier has to be a certain height, I think it's 4 feet. And if the barrier is in part your house, in other words, if your fence is 3 sides of the barrier, and then your house, the back side of your house, serves as the 4th side, then all of the doors exiting or windows exiting your house that form that barrier, that 4th side, they must be equipped with an alarm, or they have to be self-closing and self-latching. The fence itself has to be self-latching, self-closing. The lock for the fence has to be outside above the 4-foot level. Many times what happens is these rental houses have a pool out back, and they do use the back end of the house as the 4th side of the barrier. And some homeowners skip steps, right? And they don't put the alarm in, because the alarm is quite annoying, which it should be, because I know if you've been in any kind of residential property in Florida, you've noticed this. You open the sliding glass door, and about 3 or 4 seconds later, a piercing alarm goes off, right? And until you close that door, that alarm continues. So the purpose of it is, if a toddler were to open a door and you were to be in a different room or upstairs, you would be able to hear this alarm going off, and you would immediately react to it, because it would be annoying not to hear that noise and not do something about it. So that is the law in Florida. Unfortunately, not every homeowner complies with the law in Florida, and we have cases every year where that's the situation, and unfortunately, many kids fall victim to that negligence. So I would encourage you, if you're a homeowner and you rent your home out, you make sure you're in compliance with Florida's Residential Pool Safety Act. We'll put the link to it down underneath this video. If by chance you are in the tragic situation, or you know a family, or you are affected directly by a death like this, you're certainly welcome to contact our firm on the web at zarzaurlaw.com, or you can call us at 855-HIRE-JOE. Thank you.